Mara inhabit the dark places of the inside.
Tegan, what's the matter? What happened?
Dark places of the inside. It's a dream.
The dream? What dream?
I can never remember.
I've had this particular dream before.
I am your strength. I am a Mara.
Put the light on! Put the light on! I have the power of life and death over all of you!
The Great Crystal is the source of the Mara's power.
Go away! Open the box. I don't think that would be very wise. Open it, or I'll have you shot!
Wherever the wheel turns, there is suffering, delusion, and death.
Through the Great Crystal, the Mara will reoccur as a physical fact here on Medusa.
What's happening? What's funny?
Hello there everyone, TardisGuy123 here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 5th Doctor story, Kinder. Now this is found in a box set with the other Mara story, Snake Dance, the Mara Tales box set, and this is the first of the 2 Mara stories. And it's also the 3rd story Peter Davison filmed. It's also his 3rd story in order, because of course, they did mix up the scheduling a bit with production. So it was Four to Doomsday, which is the 2nd story, then The Visitation, which is his 4th story, then this, which 3rd story, and then it was Castrovalva, which ended up being his 1st story. But anyway, the story itself, it's written by Christopher Bailey, who was very much into Zen Buddhism at the time and whatnot, and that very much comes across here. In fact, it might not have been Zen Buddhism, it might have just been Buddhism in general. I might be confusing him with Barry Letts a bit there. This is very much got a lot of Buddhist stuff in there and whatnot, and the idea that there is no such thing as evil, just temptation, kind of like darker sides of the human mind and whatnot, and the Mara inhabiting the dark places of the inside. And it's all very well done, and I think he's very much built a world here, and kind of like the people in the Kinder and whatnot, and it all comes together very nicely. And I will say this, I absolutely love this story. I honestly do. I know there are some people who aren't that fond of it, who kind of like think it could have been much better and whatnot, and just I'm not sure. I'm not going to say don't really appreciate it, because obviously everyone has different tastes and whatnot. But personally, this really does suit my tastes, and I really do like it. Even the jungle set, which even most avid fans kind of like say could have been better, I think almost works. Of course, there is always room for improvement, and the jungle set would definitely be one of the things. There's just something about it which, I don't know, I just like that jungle set for some reason. It just works for me in a lot of ways. It kind of like has that artificial feel, because obviously it is artificial, but it's still very nicely done and very green and very lush. So that part of it I really do like. And while it doesn't have that feeling that it could go on forever, it does kind of like have a limited feeling. It still feels nice for what it is, and of course, given the budget at the time and whatnot, they couldn't have done much. So yeah, it's nice for what it is, and I like it more than quite a few people probably do. And I like the story a lot more than quite a few people probably do. It is a great story written by Christopher Bailey here. And given that it went through 3 different script editors, Eric Saywood, Christopher H. Bidmead, and I can't remember the other one, but it went through 3 different script editors before it finally got to the end product. But still, nevertheless, it works out very well, the story does. Of course, Sarah Sutton as Nyssa had to sit this one out. I'm not entirely sure on the reason. I think it's because it was originally written for 2 companions, and then of course they threw in a 3rd one, and she had to be written out, so that kind of like explained the scene at the end of Four to Doomsday where she fainted, and she's only in like a couple of scenes here, a few at the start of episode 1 and a few at the end of episode 4, and so that could have been better handled, but nevertheless it doesn't really bother me that much. And even then, Tegan and Adric take a sit out for a lot of the story. Of course, Tegan gets a lot of focus in episodes 1 and 2, where she's kind of like inside her mind and whatnot, and that's some very strong acting from Janet Fielding there. I think that's very well done by her, and she's very much isolated in that, and you really get that isolated feeling. It's very abstract, and there's a word for it which I can't remember. It's not non-realistic. It's kind of like no, the word's not coming to me, I'm afraid, but it's very abstract. I'll just say that those scenes are just out there very much, and they really do work within the style of the story, I feel. So yeah, those scenes are some particularly strong ones. Unfortunately, Janet Fielding as Tegan then takes kind of like a backseat for episode 3 and 4, but nevertheless, those first few scenes work out quite well for her. And oddly enough, the Mara plot is almost the background plot, and while it's the last to be resolved, it's very much in the background plot of it. And the main focus would be Simon Rouse's character of Hindle, who comes across as the main villain here. And even then, he's not really a villain of the piece. He's just goes on the he just has a mental breakdown and whatnot, and ends up going mad. And Simon Rouse gives an absolutely terrific performance as Hindle. He truly does, and there are moments of utter madness which he just sells completely. He's a very good actor in this, definitely. So, and you know, it's a story with loads of good supporting actors and whatnot, because you've also got the actor who plays Todd, who I can't remember the name of, but yeah, Todd is a very good character. Richard Todd plays Sanders, and he gives a very good performance. Of course, he was in Dan Busters and whatnot, you know, quite a prolific film actor, and he gives a very strong performance here, I feel, as well. And you know, while very much he's pushed towards the background again in the late half of the story, and gets to do some quite funny stuff after he's been affected by the box of Jana, he still gives a very good performance, very true performance to the character and whatnot. So, of course, then that's all resolved and whatnot, and then there's the Mara showdown right at the end. Obviously, that could have been done better, but at the time, you know, there are constraints, so you do get that rather poor snake, which could have been better done, I guess, somehow. I'm not sure how, but I'm pretty sure there must have been a better way to do it. Maybe it's kind of like not showing it that much. I'm not sure, but you know, there's something about it that could have been done better. But nevertheless, it's the biggest flaw to the story, but still a great story. So, you know, no surprise here. I am going to give it a 10 out of 10. Have I talked about Peter Davison's performance yet? I'll talk about that before ending off this video. Peter Davison gives a very good performance. He's very much the centre of this episode, and he almost gets a companion in the character of Todd here. She's a very likeable character. As you know, Peter Davison gets some good stuff to do here as well. Some people find his Doctor quite bland. I can see where they're coming from with that, but I personally don't. I quite like his Doctor. You know, it's a flawed Doctor. You know, something that wasn't really shown much before Peter Davison. He kind of like brought those aspects out that the Doctor isn't perfect and whatnot. And you know, since he's younger, it kind of works with that. But you know, anyway, as I said earlier, 10 out of 10. I guess if I had to say, it would be a bit of a low 10 because of the jungle and the Mara. But you know, it's still a 10, so it's still very good. And you know, the story is what I love here, and I think it's what most people love about this story. So yeah, anyway, and one more note before I end it off in this video. Big Finish fans number 2, I hope to be taking part in later today. So that's Saturday the 7th of February. So if you want to check that out, I suggest you do so. That's on Purchase with 11's channel, so go have a look at that. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.